Hello, fishing fanatics. This is the Bass Factory. My name is Derek Butts, and I'm an inventor, creator, airbrusher, maker of lures, all sorts of things. I tinker with everything that I get my hands on. I usually can't leave something alone. My idea of what I'm going to do and what basis of things I'm going to bring to you, hot topics, tools, thoughts, things that may help you become a better, successful angler and possibly even better at life. Right now I'm in the process of a patent that's with the patent office, and I do 3D lures. They're not on the market. They're not for sale yet. It's just the thought behind the thought. I've been playing with it. I know the major makers in the industry right now, they do 3D printing for their first prototypes to get them out there. That's kind of where I came up with the idea back in 2013 when I got my first printer. Now I'm on my second printer. And this is my Froggy. This is just one idea out of many that I have. Just something I put on a CAD, and it comes up as a 3D model on my computer, and then I print it out the 3D printing, and I go through a complete process, which I don't know if I may go through that, but I may go through the 3D printing process and help you develop your own lures, be creative, and possibly tweak things around on certain things that you have around your house and at your home. For instance, I took my John boat and I cut a big gaping wide hole in it, right in the back. But my thought process was, I have a welder, aluminum welding, went and got a jet ski, cut that jet ski in half, gutted the entire inside of that thing, and stuffed it in the back of my 15-foot John boat. My John boat right now, I've got work to do it, but that's one of the things I want to go through and show y'all and see if y'all got comments on that. My John boat is a crazy machine. Stick steer, but it does about 40 miles an hour at half throttle in a 15-foot John boat. And the looks that I get, I might as well be a pro fisherman with a wrapped boat, the looks I get. People just with jaws open, it's crazy. But the boat's crazy. Some of my 3D printing stuff from the early days of when I first made a swim bait, it has yellowing because of epoxy, but I can go through airbrush techniques and tips. Just everything that possibly may make you a better angler. And my goal is to provide information and some good content, hopefully. Ideas from y'all out there, comments on everything. Subscribe to the channel and see what's going on. We'll try to build this thing up and see if we can't get it going. Here's the 3D printing right after it is made. I'll go into the complete process and everything of how I do it, but they become beautiful after a while. And there's a process that I use to make them to where they go, but hopefully one of these days, this year, that patent will be finalized and I can start selling some lures maybe. But in the meantime, we're going to be doing this thing up and just talking to y'all about some hot topics. I've got some ideas that currently I have not seen along any social media platforms. Diet for fishermen. I have not seen any of that. I mean, how many times have you gone along and seen a big old belly on a fisherman sitting on the front of a deck? Yeah, that's typical. A lot of good guys out there that are on the top ranks, though, that are in great shape. Not to say that those guys aren't out of shape, but it takes a lot of calories to burn in a day to fish from a boat that many days a week, especially Elite Series and the FLW Tour. But anyways, I've got so many ideas, so many creative ideas that I just don't have an outlet for anyone to listen to or to take up. And some thoughts that are not quite provocative, but just thoughts that are outside the box that I don't believe anybody else has kind of gone towards or thought of. And after facts, things that I had thought of long ago that I should have went ahead and jumped on that are now out there in the mainstream and are selling like crazy. They became major companies and other things. Certain thoughts that I had a long time ago, but I didn't go through with those processes. But you know, that same thing could be said for these lures, these things that I think of. You know, if you don't go after it, you're never going to succeed. And that's kind of how I've come across that. It's taken me a while in life to kind of figure out those things and to jump ahead to see that motivation and inspiration are key. And if you have a good work ethic and you go after it, there's nothing you can't accomplish. Hopefully these things that I bring to you will make you a better fisherman, better at life, and just all around fishing everything. Because I love fishing. I'm in the oil field. I work a lot of hours right now. But that's not to say I'm not thinking about my family or my fishing. I'm addicted, and I've been addicted ever since I started. I'm married, 2 little kids. I got a 4-year-old boy and a 16-month-old girl, and just living life to the fullest. I hardly get to go fishing as much as I would like, but the love that I got at my house outweighs that big time. But that doesn't mean to say that I'm not driving around in my truck thinking about lures, thinking about fishing, watching other YouTube videos, watching all the information that I've seen, all the other things that I've learned, and maybe even bring some past history into the thing and teach some people some things that have happened to me, because not everything happens to everyone, and everyone spreads the word. You know, those fishing stories that you hear at the down at the tackle shop, and you know, those other things that go through. But I'm currently in Texas. I'm down right near San Antonio, and let's see if we can't get this channel going. Go ahead and get some comments in there for things that may come up in the future, that may be things we can bring up as topics and talk about or show. Go ahead, subscribe. I'd like to see y'all in the future.